Coming up on February 15th at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester, Jack Caterall will be facing Arnold Barboza Jr. for the WBO Interim World Super Lightweight Championship. Currently, Jack Caterall has a record of 30 wins, 1 loss, and 0 draws, with 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He has a height of 5 foot 7 inches and a reach of 69 inches. Arnold Barboza Jr. has a record of 31 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws, with 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. His height is 5 foot 9 inches with a 72-inch reach. So Barboza has a 2-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage, something I do not think will play too much in this fight, considering Caterall has shown that he can fight with fighters who are physically taller and have a longer reach than him. Now, this fight is going to be a technical chess match, considering that both fighters are not particularly known for their punching power, but more for their skill in the ring. Caterall has a win over Regis Prograis, a win over Josh Taylor, a close loss to Josh Taylor, and a win over George Linares. On the other hand, there is Arnold Barboza Jr., who has a win over Jose Carlos Ramirez, which he won on the Gilberto Ramirez CBS undercard in Saudi Arabia. Now Barboza will be getting an interim title shot against Jack Caterall, and this fight will determine who will go next to the world stage in the super lightweight division. Retrospectively, Barboza, I believe, has a record which is very padded, although considering he does have a win over Jose Carlos Ramirez, one can say Barboza is a great fighter, as Ramirez has only a loss to Josh Taylor. This is not necessarily to discredit Ramirez, but many have said that Ramirez is drained at the 140 weight class, and that he's not really at his best. Still, the fight is something to take note of, but I do not think that many of Barboza's fights are world-class fights, and considering this Ramirez fight was only a 10-round fight, it also shows that Barboza will not have a lot of versatility in that range. Furthering from this, Barboza has never gone 12 rounds. He's had many 10-round unanimous decisions, split decisions, and whatnot, but he has never actually gone the full 12 rounds. His fight against Caterall will be the first 12-round fight he will participate in. And so one may question Barboza's gas tank in the last 2 rounds. Now, it might not make too much of a difference, but individuals can lose their stamina even just in 2 rounds, especially when they're in the later half. On the other hand, there's Jack Caterall, who has many fights with 12 rounds, 10 rounds, and whatnot. And relatively, I think Caterall does also possess slightly more boxing intelligence and skill in the ring. He had a close loss to Josh Taylor, one in which many thought Caterall won. So he fought Josh Taylor again and won with a unanimous decision. A win over Josh Taylor, no matter if it's a Josh Taylor in his prime or slightly past it, is still a win over an undisputed champion or a former undisputed champion. And considering this fact, I believe that Jack Caterall definitely has a skill advantage over Barboza. I also believe that Caterall has slightly more punching power than Barboza, and considering Caterall's superior experience in the ring with 12-round fights, a variety of notable opponents such as Prograis and Taylor and Linares, I believe Caterall will be able to get a decision win over Barboza. So, for my official prediction, I have Jack Caterall by a 12-round unanimous decision. This is Zachary Cloutier at ringside.